Okay, it's recording.
It is. Hi, guys.
Hey guys, it is I, Jerry, and that's Mel.
Jerry.
Two cousins cooking,
Mel.
and today, remember last week we made our Hawaiian burgers, and now this week we're making our white chicken lasagna.
That's right. Chicken and mushroom lasagna.
Yeah, so
And
good.
it's oh so good.
It is. So we got the recipe from Recipe Tin Eats. So I'm going to read it. We already did our mushrooms, but how we did our mushrooms is we took a couple of tablespoons of butter and some olive oil and some garlic, and we sauteed our mushrooms. And it recommends to do it in batches so that you don't have a great big pile of them just sweating. So you do them in batches if you have a lot. We used did you use 2 containers, Mel? Like
I used 4.
yeah, I used 4 containers.
And I cut them in. I cut them into 4s if they were big and just half if they were small.
Yeah, because it calls for about what 500 grams. I got mine here already sautéed with the garlic and they're nice and garlicky,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, they got to be right chunky.
And there's a couple of cloves garlic. I used minced garlic is what I used,
Oh, okay.
or you can chop up garlic.
I
And
just used the minced.
yeah, now on to you need 2 pounds of chicken breasts or a kilogram of chicken, and you're going to poach the chicken in sort of a homemade-ish kind of broth. So how we're going to do that is I'm going to read the measurements to Melanie because I poached mine already. 2 of us with her back room there. So for the chicken, you put your chicken breast in a pot. You're going to add 4 cups of milk.
Use all this even when you're done poaching your chicken.
Oh yeah, because you're going to reserve the broth. We'll walk you through it because this broth is going to help make it's like an Alfredo sauce that we'll be making.
Yeah, I just don't want people to think they're going to boil their chicken and then throw it out.
No, they're going to see us make it. Hopefully they stick around and they see what's done. So 4 cups of milk, and then you're going to add 2 cups of chicken broth. I use this here. Melanie is using, I made chicken broth out of this, and Melanie got the container. So it doesn't matter. You make chicken broth out of better than bouillon, whatever you want, right? So you need 2 cups of chicken broth, and then 2 bay leaves. If you have fresh thyme, you put like 3 sprigs of thyme in. If you have dry thyme, just use a teaspoon of dried thyme. Half a teaspoon, a teaspoon. 2 teaspoons of like a bouillon powder if you have it there, Mel, like a chicken bouillon.
I thought I had chicken,
Or you could use beef if you don't like.
but I do have to use beef.
Yeah, or your
How many
vegetable. You could use whatever you have. I just used an extra little squirt of this here because I didn't have it.
Yeah, it's just for flavor. So
this really moist flavors, and the milk helps the chicken be so moist you wouldn't believe. And it's so flavorful when you poach it like this. So you bring it to a bit of a boil, and then you got to have it at a simmer because you don't want the milk to split. So then you're going to simmer it for about 15 to 18 minutes, depending on how big your chicken breasts are, right? So we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Hey, Mel? Well, 15 minutes after it comes to a simmer. Has to be simmering for 15. Put the lid on it. And again.
So now I'm just gonna shred it up a little bit.
Getting her all shredded up.
Doing it the tedious way.
And I just added a splash of liquid to mine just so it wouldn't dry out after I shredded it.
I left a little bit of liquid on the bottom when I took them out.
Yeah.
Just to keep.
Yeah, just
I hope everybody can see it.
So we got the picture. Okay, so it says we put a couple of tablespoons, 4 tablespoons of butter in a pan. And I also put just a drizzle of olive oil in mine, 2 cloves of minced garlic.
So we turned our,
It's on like so you want to melt this.
or we turned our stoves down to medium.
Yeah. So like on a medium
brown. And have your heat on medium.
Yeah, because then you're going to add 3/4 of a cup of flour, and you're going to cook up your flour. I'm just waiting for mine to get.
Can you see mine?
I felt it.
Can you see that, Jerry?
Yeah, I can see it somewhat. I think the light is washing it out. Now I'm going to add my 3/4 cup of flour. So we're
Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, wait now. I got a thing here. Wait. Put this underneath.
It's going to turn into a paste. The flour.
Here, how's that?
Perfect. We're turning it into a paste.
I just got to keep an eye out on my garlic because I got to get that a nice golden brown.
Get into a paste. Pan is freaking hot. I can tell you that much.
I got to turn this on for 1 sec, guys. I just want to check my. I don't want to burn my garlic. Okay.
Then we're going to gradually add in 2 cups. Well, I'm already at the 2 cups of broth stage. I'm going to brown up toast up the flour a little bit to cook the rawness out, and it'll get into like a paste. And then you're going to gradually add 2 cups of your liquid. If you have to use the whisk, I think I am going to use the whisk.
Do I take out of my reserve or out of my pot?
Well, all mine, I'm just using it slowly. You're going to end up adding all of it anyway.
So now I'll gradually add my reserve. Sorry for the noise.
And then you're going to redo this constantly. Because you want it to be smooth. Another cup of your liquid milk. Really thick.
Can't see the thing yet. Just trying to get all the lumps out of mine. But it's starting to thicken up.
Yeah, your third cup, when you add it, that's when you really want to make sure it's lump free when you add that 3rd cup of liquid. When you stir in that 3rd cup, you'll get the remaining lumps out. I think that helps thinning it out so that you can do that. Mixed in the other cup and it's smooth, and now we're going to add the remaining 3 cups, because altogether we had 6 cups. So add the remaining 3 cups.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get it, still waiting for it to thicken.
1. And basically, we want this to thicken up until you can take the back of the spoon, and when you run your finger across the back of the spoon, it'll leave a streak. You know what I mean? A patch.
Yeah.
So we can pause until we get to that.
Okay.
It'll probably take about 2 minutes. Okay, so after a couple of minutes of really whisking nonstop, this is the consistency. I added a little pepper to mine, but
I
see
just
how it
added
makes
pepper.
a path? And it leaves the path on my spoon like that. See that, Mel?
Yeah.
So that means it's thick enough. So remove it from the, turn off the heat when it's at that stage and add 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. And I'm going to melt that in. And when that's melted, we're going to take out 2 cups of this sauce and set it aside. Add our shredded chicken.
Well, are you gonna wait for me?
Yeah. I was just going to say I better wait for Mel. 1.5 cups. I took out 2 and a bit, but 2.5. After you melt your cheese in. Once you reserve your 2.5 cups, add your chicken and your mushrooms. Heat it to 350.
350.
And we'll tell you what else, then we'll tell you the other steps. So the 2 cups of the cheddar goes in there, and then it calls for 2 cups of mozzarella to put on the layers as well. More in your pan, put a little bit of your reserved liquid on the bottom of your pan so that your noodles don't stick, you know.
Are you using lasagna sheets as well?
So yeah, so I got lasagna sheets, but I had to get 2 packs because the amount that it calls for in the lasagna sheets are 375 grams, and the package only comes in 360.
Take half of our mixture and put it in.
Yeah, so you're going to scoop, and then you're going to put a layer of, I was just going to keep layering it, but. So it says, assembling. Smear some sauce on the base of your pan, 9x13 baking dish. Cover the base with lasagna sheets. Top with half of the chicken mixture. Then lasagna sheets, remaining chicken mixture. Then more lasagna sheets. And then pour over the sauce with the mozzarella. So they don't want the mozzarella.
And I am going to put a baking sheet underneath this.
Yeah, for sure, because it will bubble over. And it says to cover it for 25 minutes and uncover it for 10.
Or maybe I'll do it this way. Okay, guys. So now, do you want me to put my
layer on. What do you do now?
do you want me to put my reserve on now and then put my cheese on, or my cheese then my reserve?
Well, it says to put the reserve and then the cheese.
Okay.
Like, are you putting? You're on your top amount of noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reserve. I want to smear it. Smear it, I tell you. Smear it.
I printed it out.
We're recording.
Well, and then whatever. And then they were like, "Oh, you can get what?" And then like I was explaining, well, I printed out like pretty papers.
Man, this stuff's so good. So you cover it with foil. I'm wondering, man, if I usually use this instead of foil. But I want to make sure it doesn't touch. Recording. So we're just checking that our timers went off. It's been in there for like 25 minutes. Yeah, mine. I'm gonna wait another 5 minutes before I take the cover off mine. How's yours doing?
Mine is all melted and hot, but it's got a brown.
Yeah.
Here, I'll see if I can take it over a little bit so you can.
Yeah, because your pasta shells are starting to move a bit and stuff. And like Melanie and I were talking off camera, and we just want to just give a few tips. Hey, Mel.
Yeah.
And the type of pasta shells that we use were not those oven ready, hard ones in a box.
Yeah, don't use the oven ready ones because they'll never cook. There's not enough sauce for the oven ready.
Yeah.
And if you want to use the regular noodles, you're going to have to cook them probably halfway, and then do this, or you can use the sheets.
Yeah. And we found the sheets that we're using, like in the department where you get the, this looks like homemade ravioli and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. See, here's what I have. These are the sheets. I only got one left, so like that's the. But see, look, they.
Yeah, that's like what I used.
And like I said, if you even don't use the oven ready, but if you wanted to use the other lasagnas in it, like the lasagna noodles in a box, just cook them. If it's 10 minutes, cook them for like 7, and then make your.
Yeah, like really al dente, just enough to make them a little bit pliable, but
Yeah.
and and layer it then. And the oven time can vary depending on the dish you're using, the oven that you have. We have gas and propane gas, like, so ours could be different from an electric, so
That's right.
it could.
And if you're using a dark pan, or if you're using a ceramic pan, if you're using a glass dish,
like it's
all your oven times, you just have to start at 20, 22 minutes, and then just go from there. And if your noodles are cooked, then turn around, take the top off it, and just leave it for another 10 minutes, and you'll be ready to go.
Yeah, and you'll know when you put a knife through it, it'll go through nice and easy. And let it cool down for a good, I would say a good 45 minutes, an hour before you cut it and keep it together.
Yeah.
We'll come back and show what it looks like.
The old man.
Hey, Melanie is going to show you hers.
Just gonna take a picture of it, guys, so we can share it on
our social medias.
Okay, I'm gonna cut a piece.
That lightly brown eating right now. Mine is just starting to get lightly brown. I think mine just took a little bit longer than Mel's to get this. It's the best Alfredo sauce. Well, one of the best anyway that I ever had. Sometimes I like put a bit of parm in it.
Oh my God, this is good, Jerry.
Yeah, I can't wait to have it. I'm gonna wait for the guys. They're not ready to eat.
Oh my God, guys, you won't be disappointed.
No, we'll put a link to the recipe below. Like the website link that we got it from.
It's really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're done.
Mommy's got to eat. Look, guys. Take care. Peace.
See you guys. See you next week.